Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to go once more unto the breach and close up the walls with my legendary dead in XCOM, War of the Chosen. Yeah, you heard right, it's time. It's legend. And to help take the fight to some of the legendary caliber Chosen we're gonna be facing, I'm gonna need a few legendary caliber troopers of my own. This is a fight fire with fire scenario, so I'm throwing it back to the heyday and I'm flinging a few of my all-time biggest logs into the blaze on this one in the hopes that they'll burn hot enough to outshine the Chosen. And you know, I don't want to give away too many spoilers here as we start this legend run, but honestly, I like my legend's chances, I really do. I mean, one of those logs we're going to be chucking into fire is Lindsay Lohan, and Lindsay Loh, at this point, I think she's soaked in enough pure grain alcohol that she'd literally catch fire if exposed to an open flame. You know, especially if she's got the sweats from the oxycodone withdrawal, it's going to be a problem. A sweaty Lindsay Lohan, she's got to be like at least 80 proof if you licked her, but I digress. So let's go through the standard spiel here. We're going to be playing on Legend difficulty. The tutorial is automatically disabled for Legend, which suits me to a T. Subtitles are on. That's fine. Are we going to be playing on Iron Man, Pete? No, of course not. You guys know my opinion on Iron Man. If my choices are to re-record an episode or spend 45 minutes not playing XCOM and editing an episode together in Vegas, I'd much rather just replay a mission. So Iron Man, no, not today, not on this run. Lost and Abandoned, we'll leave that enabled. Integratable downloadable content, that's fine. It just means that we're going to have alien rulers showing up at facilities. Got a little bit of that last time, but only a little. We actually didn't even encounter all the alien rulers in our last run. We only encountered the Avatar. You know, we only encountered the most difficult one at the first earliest opportunity.
But I don't know for how long. You seeing this?
Am I seeing Deanna Troi also possibly sneaking into this facility?
That's no
I mean, maybe.
gene therapy clinic.
There he is right there, John Bathtub Bradford.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap.
I don't know. I mean, I think Counselor Troi would sense it if it was a trap. She is a beta Z. She's got that whole empathic thing.
Go.
She'd sense their nervousness. See, she knows it's not a trap. Look. Like, nah. This guy, I actually sense what he's feeling, and he's feeling boredom. Wait a minute. Do I smell a ship's counselor? It smells like a ship's counselor over here. Hold on a second. I gotta check this out. I definitely detect the smell of Beta Z over here. Now, you know what? Maybe I'm confused. Maybe it's not a Beta Z. Maybe that was just the hint of Earl Grey tea. Could have been a Dr. Crusher just coming in for the late shift here at the Gene Clinic, I guess. I'm spending a lot of time with that Jean-Luc fella, tea drinking. The guy's so erudite. He just holds his pinky finger in the L, talking about his Earl Grey hot.
Wasn't our fault.
Honestly, I think you should be drinking oolong, but that's just me.
Please.
I say ooh, you say long.
For any of this, I will do what you ask
got
me.
it.
I just need additional time.
I think you're out of time, champ. Well, sort of. I mean, was the splurt of his blood coming out of the back of his neck? Does that count as speech?
Outrider, report.
Oh, you know, just clubbing a scientist to make sure that all that time he spent in college is completely useless now that I've given him irreparable brain damage.
You do exist.
Guy has 5 postdoctorate degrees, and she walks in and gives him a traumatic brain injury.
Are you sure?
Really consider it, counselor.
Always sure.
I'll take your word for it. Cover your tracks and get the hell out of there. They can't know we were here.
Yeah, while you're at it, maybe, I don't know,
Understood.
poke a hole into tube or something so this guy get out? No, I mean, it's fine. I'm sure he'll fight his way free. He seems like he can self-rescue. Just seal him back in the tube full of goo. What could possibly go wrong? Who doesn't want to be suspended in a tube full of goo? Shit, it's my lifelong dream, really.
Prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Yeah, but are they going to start a fight in an alliance-friendly bar? That's what we really know, because come U-Day, that's usually what
With their
happens.
promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Ooh, I hope they open one in St. Louis.
By French elements. Operations at the new facility in Paris.
Man, that
They
lady's
only remain
part is
unaffected.
gouged into her skull. Did you guys see that? It looked like somebody carved that part in her, like, with a chisel. They just took it to her head.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Now, Speaker Ryan must be talking about the current filibuster ongoing in the healthcare reform bill, I guess. Are they filibustering the healthcare bill? I don't know. Filibuster just seems like the kind of thing that would ordinarily be happening on any given day in Washington. Yeah, we'll be united, you know, under the crushing, overwhelming boot of the elders. That's not true. They won't put their boot on your neck. Mostly they're just gonna boil you down into your base components and then reconstitute you into some sort of food stuff for your peers. Once again, perfect. Bradford talking about the hair. Caught a glimpse of himself in the television monitor there, I'm sure, and he's like, the hair? There's a lot going wrong with me, John Bradford. I got a lot of problems, but every time I catch a glimpse of this hair, all I can say, perfect.
Approaching position.
No, that's fine. Don't be all awkward and stiff or acting nervous or anything, because these guys will never pick up on the fact that you definitely have a bomb clutched tightly between your ass cheeks. Your awkward posture, strange behavior, and whispering in your ear to nobody. That won't tip them off. They can smell it on him. Be like, this man has gin. Give us the gin, Bradford. We know you've got it. Little did these guys know that John Bradford came here today to do two things. Drink gin and kick ass. And fortunately for these guys, he's got like 7.5 gallons of gin left to finish. So, you know, take your time, fellas. It's gonna be a while.
Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Thought the tutorial was off. Why are you gonna make me send these two rookies to their death? Pretty sure it said the tutorial was off. Please don't make me execute two rookies. They didn't do anything to anyone. I don't want to. No, don't make me murder helpless rookies, please. I don't want to do it. I don't want to murder them. You made me do it last time when I didn't want to, and this time I just no, I won't have it.
And we're ready to infiltrate the city centers and strike at their heart.
All right, so we're going into the Advent priority zone in Kano. Really, Kano is your priority? He was easily the weakest Mortal Kombat character. Kano should be the lowest priority. If you're going to play somebody, you got to go like Scorpion or Sub-Zero. Operation Gatecrasher is a go. Who's on the team? Well, so far, I see old Morgan Freeman over there. Looks like a little John Bradford. Also seeing a Sylvester Stallone. Is that a Helen Deadeye Keller I see? It must be, because Helen Keller sure as hell didn't spot us. So what mods you got going on this one, Pete? Pretty basic pretty basic frame rate, too. Pretty basic here for our first Legend to run. We've got just a couple mods working in. Really the only mod of significance. We've got some cosmetic mods, obviously, because, you know, John Bathtub Bradford is on the team. Ordinarily, that's not possible. Welcome aboard, by the way, Bradford. We finally decided to harness the power of your gin-fueled frenzies. For good, rather than just wandering around throwing stuff on the Avenger and making a mess. Only other mods, though, we got some cosmetic mods running. The only thing else we've got Gotcha 2, Gotcha Again, I guess it's called, and we're running Commander's Choice. Pete, how come Commander's Choice for this run? Well, you know, it's our Legend campaign. A lot of our Legends tend to have sort of predefined roles and jobs. I wanted to make sure that the Legends come out looking as familiar as possible. So we're going to slow play this one. We got some concealment, got the Deadeye in position.
They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes
Are there two pods? There are two pods over there. Okay, can we get to the roof without triggering these guys? We can. What we really want to do is try to get into an elevated shooter's position on these guys so that when we pop them, we can take them out. All right, Keller, don't blindly stumble into the enemy. Okay, you did not, which, honestly, pretty remarkable feat for you, Helen Keller. If anybody was going to blindly stumble into the enemy, I mean...
No need to ask twice. noise.
We could probably forgive you for doing it. We've also got, looks like Sylvester Hormone Stallone here. Hey, that's right, P. I got a big healthy dose of human growth hormone pumping through the veins. And that's why I'm, still hardy and hale enough to keep cranking out crappy expendable sequels, even though I'm actually 142 years old. Whatever, pharmaceutical magic is doing it for you, Stallone. I say if it works, use it. These guys are going to shuffle on off to Buffalo. If we can get them clustered up where we can hit them with an Overwatch ambush and catch... Okay, we can catch quite a few of those guys with a grenade. We're not going to be able to get really especially close, but we should be able to get in position to chuck a Granado at them, and that's really all we need. In fact, Keller, I don't suppose... You don't have the arm for it. We got to get a little bit closer. What's your shot like from up here, though? Pretty good at 87%. Bradford, 88%. Still pretty good. We can probably get Bradford maybe a little better. And somebody's going to have to be a little bit closer.
On the move.
Because somebody's still got to chuck the Granado here. So Bradford with an 89 on one unit. That's probably good enough. Stallone. All right. Morgan Freeman, the immortal god of war. What can you see from this tile? Pretty much all of them. Good enough. Let's get you over here. We're going to drop you into Overwatch. Stallone, I think we're going to have you probably hurl the Granado.
Understood. Moving
Yeah, well, the extra cow hormones pumping through my veins really give me quite an arm. I can throw this quite a long way. As you can see, I'm the only one capable of hitting all three of those enemies, so definitely I'm the right choice to be chucking it. You made like a solid executive decision there, Pete. All right. The Deadeye, she's rolling, coming over. All right, so Deadeye on Overwatch. Bathtub, hit the Overwatch. Morgan Freeman, you're on the Overwatch. We're going for the classic Overwatch pop here.
Get ready for a surprise.
Look at the chuck on the old pineapple there, Pete. Really got it downfield there, pretty good. I didn't manage to kill any of them, just 3 aggregate damage across the board, which means every single person on the team is now required to hit an Overwatch shot. Probably suboptimal. Don't miss. Can't help but notice, Morgan Freeman, that you have missed. Helen Deadeye Keller did not miss. John Bathtub Bradford did not miss. Okay. Well, we're in trouble. If this guy throws a grenade, we're completely sunk. He's running for it. Chicken shit. All right. Well, he's made a break for it. He's on the run. He's going for help. We know that for certain. So what we should do then is advance cautiously but optimistically forward. I really wish, Freeman, that you had not missed that shot.
On my way.
I'm a little ashamed of you, honestly. That's okay. Bathtub, John Bradford, it's not a great shot, but I'm still going to have you take it if we get a little luck here. John Bathtub Bradford does not miss, though. That was sort of beautiful, Bradford. Sort of beautiful. All right, the rest of the team, then, nothing to do but spread out. Calm dangs down, slow it down a little, get some Overwatch ready, and we're going into full creeper mode now. There's our objective.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Bradford. We're getting ready to hunker in here and get ready for a nice long creep. Overwatch creeping is the name of the game. We are playing on Legend. It's back to form, really.
Moving to Overwatch.
Stallone, how come you still have all your bullets? If you recall, Pete, I'm the one who threw the not necessarily super effective grenade.
Okay.
That was, it was me. I didn't actually use a bullet, Pete. This was why I still have it.
I'm on it.
All right, let's see if we can figure out where our next pod is. I mean, they're over in this direction somewhere, because that guy was falling back towards help. So if they're in this direction somewhere, maybe our best bet would be to swing around and try and, isolate. Because there could be up to 2 other pods in this map, and what we don't want to do is run into both of them simultaneously. Let's reload the guns here. Bradford's down 2 bullets. Let's get the bathtub full.
I'm on it.
Fill up the tub.
On Overwatch.
Don't like the fact that you guys are in half cover, but if we can get one of these pods to stumble into our Overwatch, that would be sort of amazing. We're also not getting audio clues. All right, well, let's try and expand our... Okay, we got a ton of map in that direction. How much map we got over here? Less. So let's worry... Okay, let's go worry this left flank then. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just spread out this way. And when I say spread out, I mean we're still going to be keeping it together pretty tight.
Confirmed.
We're going to be holding it together like the girl in the cutscene at the beginning was holding it together to conceal the grenade she had hidden in the
Closing on
crack of her
target
ass.
position now.
We're going to be squeezing it tight.
Moving to Overwatch.
You know, Deadeye, I think we'll have you... Well, you know what? I was thinking about having you double move, but no. We're going to just take our time. We've got no limit here. We've got as much time as we need to get the job done. Let's take that time. Yeah, it's sounds like a sectoid. And if possible, we would love to make that bastard run into some Overwatch here. So let's see if Bradford can pull that off. Okay, Bradford. I want to take a tiny move first. Stallone?
I'm on the move.
Tiny move. Okay, so far so good. God of War.
On my way.
Freeman, not exactly proving himself godlike as of yet as far as performance goes. He's 0 for 1. But, you know, even the best gods can have an off day. I mean, look at the platypus. You'd be like, you know, even the best gods can have an off day. Sometimes you knock one out of the park and you invent Scotch whiskey, and some days you go into the shop and the best you can come up with is the fucking platypus. We're playing, it feels like we're playing super cautious here, and that's probably because we're playing super cautious. I really want to get an Overwatch jump on these guys. I would love for them to, like, come over here and investigate the sound of that grenade. Get torn apart by Bathtub and the God of War here. I want them to stumble into me, not the other way around. But it does not appear like these bastards are going to cooperate. Alright, Stallone. Tiny moves.
Overwatch.
Also, Freeman.
Moving
Tiny
to
moves.
designated position. Affirmative. Covering now.
Confirmed.
We're not exactly making lightning fast progress. In fact, we're barely making progress at all.
Heading out. Got it covered.
We want these guys to come to
Enemies
us,
on the
though.
move.
Yeah, you keep saying they're on the move, but I'm not buying it. If they're on the move, where the shit are they? All right, Freeman.
Closing on target position now.
Still nothing.
Scanning.
Well, I guess we'll just creep up along the edge of this wall.
Moving to designated coordinates. Scanning.
Stallone.
Moving on target location. Scanning.
Keep them together. Keep them tight.
Closing on target position now.
The same advice every Catholic school girl is
Making
given,
that noise.
you know, before prom night. Keep them together. Keep them tight. How come she's got to be Catholic, Pete? I suppose you're right. I guess it could be any variety of schoolgirl with overly protective parents. If we run up here, we're definitely going to spawn a pod. Let's see if we can figure out where those guys are. I mean, we can't see some of these tiles, but that doesn't mean we can't explore them. Let's see anything. Alright, Stallone, let's have you come up here. Take full cover around this corner. Pete, you may be, like, overly obsessed with getting these guys to walk into an Overwatch ambush. It seems like, I mean, you know, you're dropping some Firefly references, but it seems like this may be a long wait for a train won't come. And maybe you're right.
Confirmed.
Maybe I was overly zealous in my choice of alliance-friendly bar. I'm going to move Helen Keller literally one tile here.
I'm on it.
Quiet. You hear that?
I've been hearing them for the last 25 minutes, but they just aren't walking over here. Maybe we can sneak up on them. Like, okay, so we know they're over in that neighborhood. Maybe if we come around this way, we can close in on them without getting
Moving to
spotted?
designated position.
Nope.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure.
All right, let's see how these guys react, and we will adjust our actions accordingly.
Than ever.
They came towards us,
Greater psionic potential.
so we've got bad shots at 2 units, and Stallone does not have a grenade. Our grenade is also not going to be able to take out that man's cover. It's too heavy. So Keller can see... Okay. So Bathtub... I kind of want to... You're shitting me that you can still see a guy there. I kind of want to make these guys come to us.
I'm on the move.
Mostly because I'm almost certain there's another pod out here, and I don't want to run into another pod. I'd love to just be able to get out of, like, clear line of sight across the board. I don't think we're going to be able to do that, though. can still see enemies. What about here? Yep. So falling back may have been the wrong move. In all likelihood, falling back was the wrong move. All right, let's. Okay.
Heading to that location.
We're gonna mix aggression and defense. We're gonna come here and we're gonna hunker down. Helen Keller, you have terrible shots all over the place. So let's move you to this full cover.
Moving to position.
And I think we just put you on Overwatch. We could have Stallone hunker down. Alternatively, we could have Stallone make a break. You know what? Break it off. Break it off, Sly. Fall back over here. You've got to be shitting me, though.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to...
Yeah, I can't really fight 5 guys. Perfect. Well, we're completely sunk then, because we're not going to be able to... We're going to probably lose everyone. Helen Keller with the beautiful whiff there. Yeah, this is straight up garbage fire, actually. If Morgan Freeman gets mind spun or panicked, we're shit. Yeah, oh good. Well, he can't hunker down anymore, but what he can do is run out of cover and get himself flank shot. That's perfect. This is going fantastically. Don't ask me why this is not a flank shot, by the way, because it absolutely... Well, Helen Keller is covered by like 75 people. Bradford can only see the sectoid. Well, Stallone, you're gonna have to... You gotta come up with a hit here, because we're sunk.
Enemies down.
So good. It's your growth hormone work there, Pete. You'll be coming in and be like, oh, what are you gonna do there? You got nothing for me. You're coming in, these guys are gonna own you. And then what happens? Old Sylvester Stallone pulls your fat out of the fire, just like always. Okay, so Helen Keller, you have got to fall back at basically top speed. We're gonna have you run to here. We're not gonna have enough arm to get fire on that sectoid, and I'd really like to get some Overwatch here to try and protect Morgan Freeman. If anybody comes in to try to flank Freeman, we want to be able to at least get a shot at him. Okay, so that guy moved. Mark Stallone. Coming in. Double move there. All right, it's mostly the sectoid we're worried about. Okay, Morgan Freeman. Double move there. Okay, John Bradford, come on, deliver. There it is. Bradford with the Overwatch hit. It's not going to matter. He double moved? Alright, Freeman's panic has been removed, and it's a damn good thing, Freeman, because we got to go. So we could get Bradford to here. He's got a flank shot at the sectoid. That's a good shot.
Okay.
It couples our favorite strategy of falling back, pulling the enemy towards us, and possibly kills the sectoid. He's done it. The sectoid has been delivered. Alright, promotion for Bradford. Beautiful. Stallone? Yeah, looking at my overall sort of strategic situation here, Pete, and I gotta say, I don't much like my chances there, bro. Maybe like the best, better discretion be the better part of valor right here. Although I do have a pretty solid flank shot here with this officer. So we could have Morgan Freeman come to here and take a flank at that officer. It's not gonna kill him. But we could maybe support that flank shot with a grenade. So if we do that, what are the odds, though, that Morgan Freeman himself winds up flank? And I think the answer is pretty good, actually. What if... Do you have a flank here? You do. It's bad cover, though. You know, with the officer dead, if we can get that officer killed, I sort of think we'll have okay chances here. 70% to hit. We'd love it to be a little bit better, but we're not going to do any better. Deadeye. You'll be in full cover, and you will have line of sight to the target.
Position confirmed.
No, in fact, you can't see him. Well, that... Please tell me you... Okay, she's got just enough arm.
Grenade out.
Give me the up and over here, Helen K. The Deadeye. Put one on target. All right, Freeman. This is probably a do or die moment for you, really. Right here. This shot, you really need to hit this one, sir. He does it, Morgan Freeman. He's the god of war. There's a reason we call him Kratos. There's a reason. That reason? He is a goddamn god of war. That's the reason. So all we need out of Stallone here is a little bit of Overwatch juice. You know what? I'm tempted to have him just stand his ground. Instead, we're going to slide over to this full cover, and we Overwatch here.
I'm on it.
What you gonna do? Take a shot at Sylvester Stallone. All right, his full cover stayed strong for him. Yeah, it's probably a bullet's pack. I was gonna say, where's my Overwatch though? Great shot. Those bullets, probably couldn't pierce my skin anyway, Pete. What with the huge hulking biceps that I'm sporting from the massive amounts of human growth hormone coursing through my veins, it makes it surprisingly difficult for people to actually harm me physically. I'm actually quite durable, Pete. All right, well, this man is on Overwatch. I don't want him to be on Overwatch anymore, so the God of War is going to chuck a pineapple up his hole. Right, the old pie hole there. Enjoy that. Overwatch has been dealt with. Helen Keller's got a flanker on him. So does Bradford, though. You know, Bradford, can we get you a little better shot if we move you a little closer? Like, almost certainly. 69%. Well, John Bradford is never going to miss an opportunity to 69. That's what happens when you give Bradford the 6 and a 9er. He goes deep. That's what it does.
Weapons burning ammo fast.
All right, Helen Keller. You got a coin flip on this dude. Stallone, you will not have anything close to a coin flip. I would love to suppress this guy. This is a situation where if I had suppression, I would absolutely use it. I think we put Keller on Overwatch. Stallone advances, and we may have him hunker down. You know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. Stallone, duck and cover. This guy takes a shot at John Jinboy Bradford. Nobody touches John Bradford. Did you hear me? I said nobody touches John Bradford. All right, we're going to kill this man this turn then. My boy, Morgan Freeman. Freeman's really doing some heavy lifting on this mission, though, huh? I mean, okay, we gave him a lot of guff for whiffing on that first shot, but ever since then, he's been pretty well lights out. What about me, old Sylvester Stallone, there, Pete? You know, I've been doing more than my fair share of the lifting on this mission as well, because of the massive hulking biceps that my human growth hormone has granted me. You see how much damage I did with that shot? Wouldn't have been possible without the hormone.
We're not picking up any inbound contacts.
You have killed everyone. Solid decision making, and you know, honestly, probably just a tiny touch of luck. But all things considered, I think we should probably send in our blind woman to go handle some deadly and powerful explosives. I mean, when you're going to send somebody in to handle powerful explosive devices, probably the woman who can't see is best bet. She uses other senses. You know, they say your other senses get stronger when you have one of your senses. Like, you know, when you lose your sense of smell, you get really, really great hearing. I don't know where I was trying to go with that. But then, I was actually trying to go exactly where I went with it, and then halfway through I realized it really wasn't that funny.
Status confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating charge.
All things considered, though, feel pretty good about the squad's first mission. I, Pete, must agree that, like my first day in the stir with Andy Dufresne, I knew at this moment that nothing would ever once again be the same. I knew that XCOM was just getting started and that I had lost 5 packages of cigarettes betting that my friend, Andy Dufresne, would be the first to cry like a little bitch. So, you know, I really feel like John Bathtub Bradford should be more central to the shot, but you kind of can't make it. You can't make it happen. What do we got to change the text here? XCOM is just getting started. Nope, it's gonna be don't touch my gin. Yeah, I like that one. Take that photo. Don't touch my gin. John Bathtub Bradford let's get back to the old Sky Ranger. We're going to do our promotions, but we're not going to do it in the after-action screen because we want to be able to select our troopers' classes, and again, we are running the Commander's Choice mod. I really feel like Commander's Choice... It's a good... It's, you know, it's actually, I was going to say a solid mod, but it's got some bugs in it, really. But still, I don't know why soldier level-ups are random. It's something from the first game that always sort of troubled me as well. It just feels like, you know what, we should be able to pick. I mean, I'm in charge of this shit. I'm supposed to be the guy who's telling them what they're going to be doing and who they should be doing it to, and potentially who they should be doing it with.
Commander, to the research labs.
Yeah, I'll get to the research lab in a minute. I got some people that got to be leveled up here. We got the old Sylvester Hormone Stallone. Let's get you Commander's Choice here. All right, Stallone. You did huck a pretty powerful grenade for us, I'm not gonna lie, and you know what? Honestly, I think, Grenadier, maybe? Yeah, that's...
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever...
You know what else we provide? Yeah, John Bradford, we provide badass green beret action. That's the other thing we provide. Of course, this beret that I'm wearing is actually blue, not green, but, you know, it's good enough. I can launch a grenade now. Sweet. All right, so we got Stallone locked and loaded. Who else we got? Morgan Kratos Freeman, the God of War. There is but one choice for the God of War. The God of War will be our
Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently.
No, John, what the Ranger does is he wanders up, shoves a shotgun up the ass of my friend Andy Dufresne's enemies, and then I pull the trigger until they stop twitching. If I'd have had this baby when I was in Shawshank Prison, the sisters never would have abused my friend Andy in the shower. I would have blasted their asses wide open with this shotgun, much like they blasted wide open the ass of my friend Andy Dufresne. So that's got the God of War sorted. All right, Bathtub Bradford, you're a thinking man's man. Bradford, you know what you're going to be? You, sir, Mission Specialist. John Specialist Bradford.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, me, John Bradford, is because, you know, it's always good to let me drive things. Great idea. After, you know, 6.5 quarts of gin in, who should fly the drone? Probably Bradford. Let's have Bradford fly the drone. He's only had like 9.5 gallons of gin. And of course, Helen Keller, always a sharpshooter because the dead eye is a dead eye, both in that her eyes don't work and that she never misses a mark.
They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
That hog leg is bigger than Helen Keller is, though. That gun's bigger than her head. All right, Helen Deadeye Keller is back in the saddle and ready to kill. Let's go down to the research labs and see what Dr. Tigan wants.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of
every time we first meet Dr. Dick Tigan,
harmless to human life.
He's always asking us whether or not we think his dong is impressive.
The rest of the aliens' technology.
Impressive, isn't it? This penis of mine, capable of generating immense power and creating human life.
For the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent.
You always got to go out of your way to remind me of that, don't you, Dick?
As it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe.
Which is why you tore it out through the front of my face, because you're terrible at your job and I will hate you forever now.
I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time...
If only you could remember 6 to 7 episodes ago. But we're stuck in a time loop, Dr. Tigan, and without, you know, like a Brent Spiner here to send himself backwards in time a message that... Speaking of which, how the hell did Data do that in the time loop episode of Star Trek? Send himself a message into his synaptic arrays or his positronic net or whatever the hell shit he had going on upstairs? Precisely how did that work? Because when the time loop reset, why didn't that message also go away? I mean, theoretically, it was just data stored as a signal somewhere in his positronic net. How come? Also, how come Data's brain was apparently made out of antimatter? I just realized he has a positronic net. That's antimatter. How come Data's brain didn't just constantly explode? That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. We're going to research modular weapons, because that's sort of where I like to start. Although experimental weapons? No. Never mind, that's not what I thought it was. That's trash. We could do hybrid materials. We could do alien biotech. Hybrid materials actually is alright, too. We do have enough Advent Trooper corpses to start it, but let's go ahead and get modular weapons out of the way so we can begin using those mods.
To be among the more intriguing options available.
I believe we picked up a hair trigger.
I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Yeah, you do that,
The
Dr.
resistance is slightly more organized than I had imagined based on the rumors, but it still sounds like they'll be relying heavily on us to handle both strategic and tactical engagements with the aliens.
If by relying heavily on us, you mean leaning on us like a drunken friend at 2 a.m. as we stagger out of the bar into the street, you're right. They'll definitely be leaning heavily on us.
This ship isn't all that different from the old base.
Then again, Bradford, you know, he's used to that. Although Bradford is vastly more likely to be the man doing the hanging than the man supporting someone who's hanging, because it's hard to get drunker than John Bradford.
Should fix that stabilization problem you had.
Hey, Lily, how come you didn't just steal Bradford's rover? You know, his works fine. How come you had to get a hand-me-down second? Well, probably because John took the nice one. Never mind, I answered my own question, Lily.
Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service.
Yeah, you know what? Every time you introduce yourself, Lily, I'm reminded how much more I liked your dad.
And all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone.
Gone to that great pudding factory in the sky.
To get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself.
Yeah, this busted old shit heap is his life's work. You know, you're kind of crapping on his memory here, Lily.
Be sure I'm ready to finish what
he'd have loved to show you around this rusted shit bucket.
From here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with.
Kind of feel like the original Dr. Shen probably would have been ashamed.
Well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was
you could do anything short of explode the Avenger. When every experiment you do, you're right, I will be amazed. But I think I'm probably, instead of amazed, going to be disappointed, because it's typically the way this goes.
Of some creaking down by the aft lift yesterday. I just hope it's not metal fatigue.
Well, I'm sure you own a welder, Lily, so
Hello,
you can
Commander.
probably fix that. What is it we're supposed to be doing down here? I think nothing. Actually, you know what we should be doing? Probably wrapping up the episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more of our Lackadaisical legends take the field, might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.